Breaking free. We are finally breaking free from many thousands of years of density, of being too dense to be able to hear, see, know clearly, but more than this, to access the higher states of consciousness. There were always the masters who incarnated to remind us, to show us the way, but when they left the planet, so often their disciples and followers could not maintain that state of purity, of divine connectedness, and in the next generations then got lost in dogma, in misunderstanding, misinterpretation, and so often egos came in the way as well. And with this, then divisions, separation, and bickering over who was right and who was wrong. Even wars resulted. Mary Magdalene appeared to me this morning, and she had a profound message not only for me, but also for humanity. She is now in charge of uniting humanity, dissolving the religious barriers and all which is still separating us from truly understanding and practicing the divine eternal laws and embracing unity consciousness, and above all, become as one with the mighty I Am presence within. Every religion on earth has just one single piece of the jigsaw puzzle, according to their own degree of understanding, but let this be inner standing, for so often those who questioned the status quo were either burnt or stoned alive, or were often ostracized. Yet there were always those who silently kept the flame alive, even in times of great persecution, and when all such knowledge was not only suppressed, but humanity was severely controlled about what they were allowed to know, distorted knowledge, and what they were allowed to be. During my years as librarian, after my first awakening during my early 20s, questioning and so often finding nuggets of deep resonance or truth dawning upon me as soon as I asked a question, I was working with staff from diverse backgrounds and religions, and I made it my business to go and read their texts and found that each one had nuggets of golden insights and truths. It is then that I understood that each one had a jigsaw puzzle piece of the whole, and it was only when we finally united as one, for we all originate from the one divine source creator, and become conscious again, that we will be able to rise above all seeming divisions and know that all paths in truth lead to the same infinite source, which indeed is within us. I have had some profound encounters in my life, and I will never forget what one of my fellow countrymen, who belonged to one of the tribal people of South Africa, a humble man, once said to me, while I felt he was reading my soul. Those who have stayed true to their original native roots still can do this, when he said, "Those who have the Spirit within them, we do not touch." What he meant is that those who are truly conscious, enlightened, they recognize and they allow them to shine brightly in their own light and stand in their truth, for they recognize them for who they truly are, at soul level. I can tell stories about these encounters, yet this is not the space, but each one came as gift, and when such encounters occur, they stay with you for the rest of your life, for there is a holiness, a sacredness, a deep and profound gnosis which happens in such moments, and so often seeds something deep within your own soul, which now can burst into life and grow into a mighty cosmic tree of life. We are now at a time when we are breaking through those barriers as consciousness rises, and with it comes the return to innocence, purity, and love. Let this be clear. It is not going to just change overnight, but it is an individual process, for enlightenment needs to come from deep within every heart and soul individually. There is a far greater reason for this was preordained, for that those who had a stranglehold on what they allowed their followers to know and practice. As soon as one individual soul now fully awakens and grows in consciousness, the truth will rise to the fore, and all the false restrictions, all the hidden knowledge will surface, for it needs to. When every soul then awakens, they ignite the rest, and thus the process becomes unstoppable. Mary Magdalene was saying that the doors to the soul and infinite divine source love present in every single soul, once ignited from deep within, as the truth of the soul is recognized and infinite knowledge of the soul is accessed, then breaks through all barriers, and this is when one indeed is now fully and consciously present in the new earth and becomes the anchoring in point of such. Yet always as one with every other soul, as in truth all is one heart, one soul, one mind. When our inner vision expands, consciousness rises. This is what 2026 is all about. Truth rests in resonance, for what truth will always resonate deeply within your own heart and soul. Heed that truth. Become it. We will find more and more that the old divisions dissolve, for in truth we have nothing to fight about, but more to love and appreciate in each other's individual insights, knowledge, and visions, and more than this, the love we all are in truth. The divine source is present in all life and life forms equally. More than this, we now will find that we gain cosmic vision, cosmic insight, cosmic knowledge, and finally return to the oneness with our brothers and sisters at galactic and universal and multi-universal levels, and last return home where we belong, for we finally have remastered the oneness within ourselves and the oneness with all that is. What is given here will cleave your soul open to the very core, and your own soul remembrance will be triggered. It is time to reclaim your soul truth and live it with so much love. Remember who and what you are in truth. More than this, become the love we in truth are. There is more to this, but I will share the next step at the proper time. In the center of all love I stand, within as without. From that center, I, the one who serves, will work. May the love of the divine self be shed abroad. In my heart, my soul, through my contact with others, and throughout the world. May divine love be in my thoughts, my words, my understanding, and all my actions and deeds. Without hesitation, I am accepting my role in the divine master plan for New Earth. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am as I am.